In the world of Korean entertainment, where every expression, rumor, and social media post is analyzed with surgical precision, few moments can genuinely catch audiences off guard. But that is exactly what unfolded on the latest episode of Star Talk Live, one of Korea's most beloved primetime variety talk shows. On a night that was supposed to celebrate new beginnings in life, the program witnessed a revelation that turned into an instant cultural earthquake. Kim Go-eun, the acclaimed actress whose career has been defined by powerful roles and an aura of mystery surrounding her private life, looked directly into the camera and announced, "I want to share something very personal. I am expecting a baby." The audience gasped. The hosts blinked in disbelief. And beside her, Seo Kang-joon, invited as a special co-host for the evening, froze with an expression that captured the world's imagination. Stunned silence, his wide eyes, and his hesitant question, "Wait, you're serious?" were instantly immortalized across screens, memes, and headlines. The moment was electric because it was raw, and human. In an industry famous for its carefully curated images, Kim Go-eun's announcement was neither rehearsed nor filtered. It was live. It was vulnerable. And it was unforgettable. The setting could not have been more ordinary at first. Star Talk Live has long been a safe space for celebrities to unwind, joke with hosts, and occasionally share tidbits of their personal lives. The studio lights glowed warmly. The audience buzzed with energy. And the cameras roamed across smiling faces. Kim Go-eun, elegant yet casual in her choice of outfit, seemed calm and composed, chatting about her recent projects and reflecting on her career. Nothing in her demeanor suggested she was about to rewrite headlines around the globe. When she leaned forward, hands tightly clasped, her tone shifted. She thanked her fans for their unwavering support, acknowledged how difficult it can be to maintain privacy in an industry that demands exposure, and then delivered the words that silenced the room. For several seconds, the atmosphere was surreal. The producers, caught off guard. The cameras linger on Seo Kang-joon, whose expression conveyed what everyone else was feeling. His face was a mix of shock, awe, and a dash of disbelief, as though he too wondered if he had misheard. The silence was broken only when Kim Go-eun smiled gently and confirmed her truth with a nod. The audience erupted in applause, cheers, and even tears. Within minutes, the outside world caught fire. Tags like Kim Go-eun pregnancy and Seo Kang-joon reaction dominated social media, trending not only in South Korea but globally. National fans subtitled and shared clips across platforms, turning a Korean talk show into an international headline. Memes of Seo Kang-joon's expression flooded timelines, with dramatic captions, heart emojis, even fanfiction speculation. But beneath the memes lay a more profound reality. Kim Go-eun had shattered the unspoken rule of controlled revelations. Traditionally, such personal news is announced through carefully written press releases or agency statements, calculated to protect image and manage narrative. Choosing to reveal her pregnancy live on Star Talk Live, Kim Go-eun embraced authenticity in its purest form. This authenticity was magnified by her status. Since her debut in Yoongayo, Kim Go-eun has been celebrated for her fearless performances. Golden Goblin turned her into a global star, while projects like Little Women cemented a reputation as an actress of depth and nuance. Off-screen, however, been famously private, rarely discussing relationships or family. Her decision to announce a pregnancy not through PR but through her own voice and present stunned fans not only because of the news itself, but because of the boldness of the method. Seo Kang-joon's reaction became just as important as her words. His disbelief echoed that of millions watching. Embodied the collective gasp of fans, critics, and industry insiders alike. And because the broadcast was live, authenticity could not be staged. Whether awkward, humorous, or heartfelt, the action created a sense of shared humanity that drew audiences deeper into the moment. The industry reaction was immediate. Media outlets scrambled to release breaking news articles, from headlines screaming Kim Go-eun's brave confession to others focusing on Seo Kang-joon's stunned silence. Journalists debated whether the announcement was coordinated with producers or whether it was a spontaneous act of courage. Television analysts pointed out how rarely such seismic news breaks on live broadcasts in South Korea, known for tightly managed celebrity narratives. Too, were torn between shock and celebration. Some rejoiced, sending congratulatory messages across fan forums, describing her as courageous and inspiring. Our goblin bride is now a real mother-to-be. One international fan tweeted, echoing a sentiment that spread worldwide. Others expressed curiosity, and even concern, about the identity of the child's father, as Kim Go-eun did not disclose further details. The omission fueled endless speculation, with Seo Kang-joon's reaction itself becoming fodder for fan theories. The mystery of the father became one of the night's burning questions. Was he a fellow actor? A non-celebrity? An industry insider? The absence of details only heightened curiosity, and Seo Kang-joon's visible surprise was analyzed frame by frame, as if clues to the secret might be hidden in his stunned gaze. Hours passed, the story rippled through every layer of Korean entertainment culture. Fellow celebrities began posting supportive messages on Instagram and Twitter. Some, like her Goblin co-star Go-eun, were rumored to have sent private congratulations. Agencies scrambled to adjust schedules and contracts, wondering what impact this revelation might have on upcoming projects. Advertisers faced their own dilemmas. Would this news enhance her brand image as authentic and relatable, or complicate existing campaigns that relied on her image as single and independent? Beyond the industry, the cultural weight of the announcement was immense. South Korea, though modern and dynamic, still holds conservative attitudes toward women balancing family and career. Pregnancy announcements, particularly by unmarried or private celebrities, after controversy. Yet the public response leaned overwhelmingly supportive, signaling a cultural shift. Fans praised Kim Go-eun for her bravery and honesty, positioning her as a role model for openness in an industry built on image management. This openness also carried risks. Fans and gossip forums buzzed with speculation and criticism. Some questioned the timing, spread malicious rumors. Her management agency quickly issued a statement urging respect for her privacy, confirming only that she was healthy and grateful for support. As the days after the broadcast unfolded, the revelation began to take shape. Commentators called it one of the most iconic live television moments in Korean entertainment history, comparing it to other unscripted shocks that forever altered public memory. For Kim Go-eun, it became a defining chapter in her career, one that showed not only her talent as an actress, but also her courage as a person willing to live authentically before her fans. For Seo Kang-joon, the moment became inescapably tied to his image. His stunned silence and awkward attempt to gather his words made him the audience's representative, the mirror reflecting their own reactions. Fans declared his name would forever be linked to that broadcast, not as a co-star in a drama, but as the man who bore witness to a cultural milestone. In the end, the Star Talk Live episode will be remembered not just as a shock, but as a turning point. It was about more than pregnancy, more than gossip, celebrity. It was about honesty breaking through the polished veneer of stardom, about vulnerability broadcast in real time, and about the extraordinary connection between a star and her fans. And as audiences replay the clip, sharing it with captions ranging from comic to heartfelt, one question lingers in the air like an echo. In an industry where image is everything, was Kim Go-eun's decision to reveal her pregnancy live on national television the boldest and most honest move of her career?